see these like flashes of light, and I'm like, what is that? And they're like, it's like
It was more of like a terrified, really, like, it was really sad though, because I was like, oh, and like, bro, I was so heartbroken, like, instantly.
Like some of the first few spy planes. So he moved to Sacramento.
a 3-kill streak.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
God.
We both looked at each other. We were like, "No, we're broken. It looks like it's dislocated."
It was great
not.
too. I never seen that one.
Welcome back to A Few Dudes. This is the show where we laugh, we cry, we feel shame, and we feel pride, just like every single one of you.
I don't know why. I tried so hard not laughing there, but I don't know why. It's sick though. Don't. I'm not trying to make fun of it. Sorry.
No, I don't like it. I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't like it. I think it's way too corny. But you gotta start somewhere, you know. It was one of those things where I was in the shower and like I was just trying to think of shit, and that was like the first thing that came to my mind that like flowed off my tongue, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write it down and I'm gonna roll with it. And yeah. That's
I think it's
it.
far. I think it's sick.
I think it's important to just remember that at the end of the day, we're just a few dudes. That's really all we are. So
Yes, sir.
we're just fucking.
So I guess I should quickly preface this. We missed a week, and that was my fault.
Yes.
I was a little sick. I'm still kind of getting over it, but I'm good. It's not COVID. It's not even that Omicron shit or whatever. I'm good, but it was my fault, so I broke the 2-month cycle. It was 2 months, right? It was 8 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I broke the cycle. It was my fault.
It's
But look,
inevitable. Don't beat yourself up about it. It was
Yeah.
gonna happen one day, but I mean, we're back, and that's what matters.
and I think we should have it at the beginning of this one, but we made an intro, so there's a little something to play at the beginning to, kick us off a little bit. Yeah, shout out to Alex. We had him on a couple weeks ago for that intro song because he made that
The
from
little
scratch.
beat, yeah.
So yeah, that's all him. But yeah, man, it's been 2 weeks, so what you been up to?
Dude, yeah, I think we have a lot to talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
First off, I mean, some things. Well, first thing I want to say is subscribe, like the video.
Yes, sir.
Remember throughout the video, if you feel like you have something you want to say, ask, whatever it is, there's the comment section for a reason. So go down there if you feel obligated to for whatever reason. Going off of that, yeah, I think we don't really have like a lot of stuff lined up to talk about because we've been super busy.
Yeah.
I mean, I started a new job, so
Yes,
I'm going to talk
sir.
about that. Carlos has some party stories and stuff like that, so
yeah.
stay tuned if you guys want to hear some of those things. And then, of course, as always, we're off the dome here, so really, who knows where the fuck we'll end up by the end of this episode.
For sure. And we don't have a lot of guests lined up. I mean, I just got one lined up right now, but
That's facts.
if you guys want to hop on, and if you guys feel, like you guys can bring something to the table or just want to kick back, chill, just talk about random shit,
Deadass.
yeah, hop
Hit us
on,
up.
hit us up. Yeah, well, we'd love to have you. So
The Instagram is the best way to do that. Just literally just message the Instagram and be like, hey, I'm trying to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then you will probably be on the podcast within the next couple weeks. So
yeah, for sure.
if that's something you're interested in, definitely check it out. I mean, give the Instagram a follow while you're there because, I mean, why not? But we haven't really posted. We're kind of lacking on the Instagram.
Yeah, I think it's Angie's fault, but it's also my fault.
It's our fault.
Yeah,
it's a collective thing.
Yeah.
I can't put all the blame. But she did take those pictures. I asked her to take those pictures, and I haven't seen them since. So
no,
there's
she
that.
has them edited, but she just hasn't posted them. So
Really?
I'll tell her like, hey, yo, send me the pictures so I can post them or something.
Soon.
It'll yeah.
There'll be more stuff on there. We definitely got to work on that.
Yeah, I posted a TikTok.
Did you?
Yeah, a single TikTok on our A Few
No
Dudes
way.
podcast TikTok.
Good shit.
Go ahead and follow that.
Good shit. I don't even follow. I don't even have TikTok.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I just posted it like a couple hours ago, so it's probably has no views. I don't know how any of that works. How to like gain traction on TikTok because it's so weird. Like their algorithm is like if you like certain things, like you just like the video, it'll just start picking up on what you like, and then before you know it, like every video that you're watching is like.
So it's probably based around like the tags. Like if you put like
Yeah.
podcast.
Mm-hmm. But even then, there's some videos that I see that are like, this is how broken TikTok is, and like they literally won't have any tags or description or anything like that, no title, no nothing, and it'll have like millions of views, and then
You
like
can exploit it for sure. You can do
Yeah.
the same thing with YouTube.
yeah, it's just catching that whole fucking algorithm is just
People
how it
say
works.
that
yeah.
YouTube is luck, but YouTube is not luck.
No,
There's
it's-
skill to it, and
yeah.
if you know how to work the system, then you can make any channel thrive.
Yeah, I also like the dumbest, shortest videos, like, watch this catch the algorithm, and they'll have, like, this voiceover thing going on, and then it'll have, like, nothing funny or anything, like, special about the video, but then it'll have, like, millions of likes. Like, I don't get how
What?
any of that works, but just because everybody else is liking it, and they'll see it pop up on their page, they're just like, oh, that's kind of funny, and they'll just double tap it, and simple as that, swipe up into the next. Like,
That's crazy.
it is pretty nuts, but the video is, like, the first one I posted was like me doing like the arm thing, and then you guys like,
Oh,
whoa,
freaking
whatever.
out.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I saw that when you sent the intro to me, and I thought it was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And the spy plane part, we all dap each other.
Oh,
up.
yeah. I was trying to find some clips, and once I saw like, when like Crystal was talking about like her grandpa like working on some spy plane shit,
Yeah.
we like both look at each other, and then we both like, you're like, oh, spy plane, and like, I don't know,
Or
that
I was
shit
like
was so
the
funny.
3-kill streak.
Yeah. Yeah, it was too funny.
Oh man, yeah, we've had a lot of good times on this podcast, and I'm glad we're back.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure everyone else is too.
Hopefully, maybe they're like, oh, you know what? It's just a
They're
few
like,
dudes.
oh fuck, I have to watch this just because I know these guys. Yeah. Yes, you fucking do, bitch.
But anyways, you started a new job.
I
How is
did.
that?
Oh my god, I love it. I really do. In the weirdest, like, I did not think I was gonna enjoy this. Basically, I started an apprenticeship with the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union. Yeah, it's awesome. I work at Micron, dude. This shit is crazy. Like, oh my god.
Probably massive, right? It's like a whole campus type feel, right?
Oh, it's a huge complex. So I'm gonna start off. I have a couple different things I want to touch on this, so I'll try to be brief. That way we're not talking about this for the next hour, because I could talk about this for a long time. Anyways, my first day, I show up. My uncle works there. He's a foreman, so that's kind of like how I got into the whole thing.
Fair enough.
I walk into the building, and this guy shows up, and my uncle's like, "Hey, this is my boss," and I'm like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you, whatever." And then my uncle, as soon as I say like "nice to meet you," he doesn't say a single word, nothing. He turns around, he walks right out the door, doesn't say bye, nothing, and I'm just like,
Damn.
"Well, I'm here, I guess."
Yeah.
Keep in mind, it's 5 a.m. That's what time I have to wake up. I've been waking up at 4 every single day for the
Fuck.
last week, and then this week as well. So, and then I don't know what to do. The people at the union hall told me, like, just follow the people. So that's what I start doing. I start, like, following the people. There's a bunch of people walking this way. So I'm like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to go. And then all of a sudden, there's nobody.
What the
I'm
fuck?
by myself, and I don't know where the fuck I am. I'm so lost. And then
You're
I
getting paid during all this, all right?
yeah, I guess I was. And then I call my uncle, and I'm like, yeah, so I followed the people, and now there's no people, and I don't know where to go. And he's like, what the hell are you talking about? Why'd you leave him? You weren't supposed to walk away from Jeff, whatever. And I'm like, you didn't tell me shit.
Yeah.
Walked away.
He just fucking shook his hand, and he's like, all right, I'm out, bro. I'm gonna head
Yeah.
out.
And so I go back or whatever, and I have to take this test. It was super lame. And then this guy comes and gets us. His name's Corey. There's like 3 other people that are there. We're all taking little tests or whatever. Super boring, like I said. He comes, he grabs us, and he's like, you guys want to actually do something? And we're like, yeah. Where are we going? And then, again, doesn't say anything, turns around, opens up the door, and starts walking. Okay? And then I'm like looking down because there's holes in the floor, and I can like see into like the crawl space. It's super trippy.
What the fuck?
And then I'm just following this guy, and nobody's saying anything. There's 2 other dudes behind me. I'm sorry, I'm not talking to the mic. I just saw it, but
I'm sure it's fun.
I'm just following this guy, and all of a sudden we like get to like this weird area where like it's like this random back
hell?
room, and there's a ladder. He doesn't say anything. He just opens up the little gate, and he starts climbing down the ladder.
What the fuck?
And so the rest of us just follow him down this
Start
ladder.
climbing down. Are these other guys also new?
Yeah, we're all
Oh
new.
shit. Okay.
And so we go down the ladder, and then there's this super long hallway, and there's all these like pipes and shit, like PVC and like steel pipes all along the walls on like both sides. And you're like walking through, and there's some points where it's like so tight where like you have to get like sideways and like squeeze through all the
What
pipes.
the fuck?
And this guy's just going. Like, he's not saying anything. Nobody said a single word this entire time. It was the strangest shit ever. And we're just walking.
It's just like some penguins in a line just fucking going.
All of a sudden, he makes a right, and it's the office.
What?
It's his office. That's where his office
The
is.
fuck, Eden?
I'm telling you, dude, this shit is crazy.
Bro, I has to go through like fucking Narnia to get to his fucking office.
And it's literally just in this like jungle of pipe and PVC, which is like, I guess it's fitting. We are the pipe fitters after all. Like, that's our job at Micron. So our office should be with the pipes, apparently. And yeah, I do some more paperwork or whatever, and then he takes me to the place where I work. And this is where I've spent most of my time this last week. We worked 60-hour weeks, or 58. This is how many hours I worked last week, but it didn't feel like it. It really didn't. And then yeah, so basically it's really hard to describe what like my job is.
Yeah.
Because I'm just an apprentice. And so essentially my main job right now is running parts to people. Like, they're like, hey, I need this. And so then I go find it.
So
and
like
I
a
bring
delivery
it to them.
boy kind of type shit.
It's exactly what it is. I just do deliveries all day long. But since I'm an apprentice, they have been like making me do actual shit. Like today, there's like this water line that had to be moved because it was in the way of some other stuff. And so I like moved it yesterday, or not yesterday because I didn't work yesterday, but on Saturday I like moved it, and then I had to, so there's like the piece that was going and it was blocking something, and so we had to move it up and to the right. And so then today I had to figure out how to bend a piece of pipe that would go into the old one and then would be able to like move, so it's like a 90 degree, 45 degree, 45 degree, 90 degree.
Oh, what the
to
fuck?
get back to where I had to move it.
Yeah.
So fucking confusing. It literally took me all day, and then I got it right, and my uncle walks over and looks at it, and he's like, nope, it's not perfect enough. Fix it. Take it down. Try again. And I'm like, you piece of shit.
Fuck, dude.
And so, yeah, that's kind of like a rundown, I guess, on what it's been like.
So did you have to use like shit to like heat the pipe and then bend it, or did you have to get like find the pieces to like
so
fit
I
it
have,
right? Or
first off, it's a lot of math. And so I have to measure out all of the correct measurements based on the diameter of the pipe, the radius of the pipe, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then I have to measure it on whether I want to do a 90 or a 45. So since my bend that I was doing was 90, so this is like the pipe, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I have to do a 90 up, a 45 so that it's like this, and then it goes straight for a little bit.
Oh,
And then it's another 45 like this, and then a 90 like this that goes into the other pipe.
What the fuck?
And it took me like, I bent like 4 pipes and fucked most of them up, except for
Damn.
the first one I did worked, but it wasn't good enough, so they made me scrap it. The second one did not work. The third one did not work, was way off. The fourth one did fit, but it like wasn't square and like perfect and nice and neat.
Yeah.
And so they told me that I have to redo it, and so that's what I'm going to do tomorrow when I get there.
Wow, what the fuck? That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's like, it's just weirdly fun. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, it doesn't sound that bad, to be honest. Yeah.
And the other thing is like, since we're so understaffed, they send me to do the little baby job. Like, it's just a water line, like I'm not going to hurt myself. The thing about Micron where I work is that they make microchips, and there's like a bunch of gases that they use to make the microchips. So there's one of the gases, you breathe it, you're dead. Like,
what the
instantly.
fuck?
Done.
Yeah, holy shit.
There's another one where if the line breaks and the gas hits the atmosphere, it feels the moisture and it literally explodes on impact.
Wow.
And like,
That's
will
fucked.
blow your face off. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Jesus.
It's crazy. And then the one last thing I want to talk about this, and then we can kind of move on. There's this place. So I work in the sub-fab. So there's 4 levels.
Sub-fab?
Sub-fab.
Oh.
Fab.
Oh,
F-A-B.
I was like, hey,
fabrication.
fair enough, dude.
Because they're
Okay.
fabricating the microchips. Anyways, the sub-fab, where I work, the sub-fab, that's where I was like bending the tube and everything. And then above that is the fab, the fabrication.
So you bend the tube and then you fap? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Stroke. No, anyways, above where we work is where all of the fabrication happens, and we do a lot of work in there too. But what's crazy about being in there is that because making the microchips is such like a delicate process,
Yeah.
it has to be completely clean. There can't be
shit.
anything in the air, no water, no dust, no hair. It can
Yeah.
literally ruin a machine and cost Micron millions and millions of dollars.
Because I know Micron, like when I bought my RAM, like my RAM on my computer said buy Micron. Cause yeah, that's fucking crazy. They make like hella chips.
Oh my god, yeah, they make SSDs,
Yeah.
RAM, hard drives, everything.
Anything memory based is pretty much from them. Yeah.
And it's a really delicate process. So every single time you go into the fab, you have to suit up. You have to put
Oh,
on this
shit.
clean suit. So you walk into the fab. Well, actually, no. Before you even go into the fab, you have to grab a hairnet, put it on.
I was gonna say I saw a picture with you on that today.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Then
yeah.
you grab 2 of these little booties. It's just like a diaper basically that goes over your foot. You grab 2 of them, put it over both of your shoes.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you walk into it's like an airlock essentially before you go into the fab. And there you grab a hood. You grab booties, more booties to go over,
Shit.
and you grab a whole entire gown.
Damn.
Right?
Okay,
And
yeah.
So you start off, you put on your hood. It's this orange hood because we're contractors. The people who work there wear white.
Yeah.
So everybody who's a contractor
white
stands out
collars.
because they have the orange
Orange.
hood. So you put on your hood, then you grab your suit, and you have to be really careful putting it on because if the sleeves touch the ground, then it's compromised and you're not allowed to use it.
Damn.
So you have to hold your sleeves, like unzip it, put one foot in, put the other foot in, pull it up, put your sleeves on, zip it up, button it up. Then you have to sit down, grab your booties, which you already have booties. You have little diaper booties.
Yeah.
Now you have actual like plastic booties. You put them on, zip it, clip, button it so that it stays up, button it again so that it stays on and like keeps clean. Now you have this full suit.
Damn.
And you walk into the fab, and there's really nothing at first. You walk around 2 corners, boom, now you're in the actual fab. And there's these robots on the ceiling, and they go, zoom, zoom. I'm not even kidding. They make that noise. They go, woo, like, almost exactly like that.
Damn.
Then they like come into a dock and they go literally, bro, and it's like this creepy like carnival like
Little
robot
jingle thing.
music. Yeah, it's terrifying. It's like exactly what you think of when you think of like the future.
Like,
It's some crazy shit. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be talking about this.
Oh,
It might
shit.
be illegal, honestly. So we're gonna find out.
it's like copyright claim by Micron and shit like that.
But yeah, dude. So I don't want to talk about it anymore
Damn.
because I might actually get in trouble. But it's insane, bro.
That's fucking nuts.
It's insane.
The way you were explaining, like, getting dressed up, that sounds kind of like mine, except I deal with, like, cheese. But, yeah, like, we have to put, like, booties on and then, like, these pants and then, like, a gown. Or if you work long enough, you get, like, a shirt with, like, your name stitched on and shit like that. But we have to put on the hairnet, even a beard net, and then goggles, a fucking hard hat, like, all this weird shit.
Yeah, I have to wear a
Just
hard
to
hat
deal
too.
with, like, cheese. But yours is, like, with chips. That's fucking nuts. That's pretty cool, though.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, fucking
is-
glad you're at least having fun. Like,
It is
that's
really cool,
yeah.
and I've been having a lot of fun. All the guys are cool. Yeah, it's been an adventure.
Fuck yeah. Well, for me, I didn't start a new job, but I did get sick. So I've just been this last week has honestly been kind of ass. It's been a little ass. Like I was just I missed work for like 3 days because I work with cheese, like with food, you can't be sick at all, like at
Right.
all. Because even if I sneeze too much or like cough too much, or like even they see me sniffling like a bit too much, they're like, oh, just go home. Like they can't like risk it, which is fair. So for 3 days I called out, and then today I was all ready, and then it was MLK Day, which shout out MLK. And then yeah, so I didn't go to work today, but yeah, I've honestly just been like pretty much chilling, like yeah, drinking, fucking playing video games, cleaning, I guess, but
Some
yeah.
Pokemon Stadium.
yeah, Pokemon Stadium, that shit's fun. But my girlfriend's dad did have his 40th birthday, which that was fun. It was like it's supposed to be like poker themed, like a gambling theme, but They didn't have any tables or anything like that because
That
they got
sucks.
like shafted. But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. I got pretty loose, and so normally Crystal, she's really good at dancing, so she's always on the dance floor, right? And her family's Mexican, so they play like just a lot of like banda and like all this kind of Mexican music, which I don't mind actually. I like when it's like the right setting and shit like that. Like it's
I
a lot
like
of fun.
it.
Yeah,
Dude, I'll shake my ass to that.
that's
shit.
what I'm saying, bro. Yeah. So I was a little. Normally, I'm a little like I like to dance, but when there's like a lot of people, I get a little like nervous. But I was pretty loose, so like I started dancing with everybody. Her mom, her aunts, her dad, her uncles, like. And I was just
that's badass.
and she ended up taking a break, and I was just going crazy for like hours.
Damn,
But
let's
it was a
go.
lot of fun though, yeah. And
That
then
shit is fun.
yeah, it went on for a while, because it started at 6, and then I don't think it ended until like 2, I believe. But by the end of that, like my feet were killing me. But no, it was fun. The next day, I was so dead though. Like I was sore, and I was just like in bed, pretty much just slumped. But no, it was a lot of fun though.
That does sound
Yeah.
super
I wish
fun.
you would have went, dude. It
I
would have been a
wanted
lot
to
of
go,
fun.
but
Yeah.
I was trying to get my sleep schedule set up for waking up at 4 in the morning every day.
Damn, no, not fair enough. Yeah, open bar, that was sick. I didn't drink anything from there, but that was pretty dope. Yeah, that was fun.
That does sound like a really good time.
And it was at a barn too, like so it was like this venue. I'm sure most of you guys who are listening to this are like from this area, so you guys might know what barn I'm talking about. It's like by Valley View High School, kinda. But that's a really nice barn. That was it was a really nice venue. But yeah, no, it was like pretty nicely like decorated. There was lights everywhere, and they had like the whole disco lights. They had like a live banda playing, and then after they left, they had the DJ pull up, and then he was just playing bangers after bangers, and it was fun as hell. Yeah, definitely some good stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Mhm.
I went to my buddy's wedding in the summertime, and his wife now is a Latina, and
shit,
they
yeah.
played a lot of Mexican music,
Yeah.
and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, when you have like that party vibe, I think everybody just gets like really into it, and it's very like what's the word? It's not like addictive. I don't know why I wanted to say the word. It's like very contagious.
Enticing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying, because when you're there, it's like, I mean, I don't want to say it's like you're forced to dance, but it's like you might feel embarrassed to like go dance, you know, because
Yeah.
like you don't know how to. I don't know how to fucking
Dude,
dance.
neither
I'm
do
terrible.
I. Yeah.
But nobody wants to see you just sit there. They want to see you come dance.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
don't care how you dance or like whatever.
As long
And
as you got a
plus-
smile on your face or something like that, then
and they're gonna come over and they're gonna fucking
Grab
dance
you to
with
dance,
you,
yeah,
and it's gonna be
yeah.
fun no matter what. So yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of like you really have no choice. You just
Yeah.
gotta go dance.
and once they started playing like some white boy music, like my whitewashed ass like started fucking doing like this like not like shuffling, but you know this like just white people dancing. Like I don't know, like I was out here fucking like breaking down and shit like that, and they were getting hype for me when I was doing that,
Dude,
because they didn't really know how to
that's
dance.
the
to
point
that.
where I get nervous is when everybody does like that circle thing
Yeah,
and they
bro.
push people in.
Dude, for
Oh,
me,
that
I was
always
so
gets
loose
me.
to where like so back in middle school, when we used to have dances, like I would go to the middle of the circle and I'd dance. I don't know why. I thought it
would
was
do
so
at
good.
college sometimes.
Yeah, see, but yeah, like when they had that party, I just felt like I was feeling so good. So I would like fucking hop in the circle, I'd do my thing, and then I'd hop out, and then her like aunts would hop in, her dad would hop in, and it was hella fun. It was
That's
so
super
fun.
fun.
Yeah, tons of
What-
videos
That was
too.
That was like a week ago now, huh? It was on
Uh,
Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was Saturday, I believe. Yeah, maybe
Nice.
Friday, but yeah, no, yeah, that was a lot of fun, for sure.
Damn, yeah, that does sound fun.
Yeah, I think every once in a while you just got to get that dancing out of you, you know, and
It's true.
I think music really is the key to the soul. I think that's the way I think, man.
Some
music,
people definitely think.
yeah,
I think there's
yeah.
a lot of ways to get that kind of release, to just let go.
Oh yeah, it moves you inside or outside, one way or another. Music's got to move you though.
For
So,
sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I don't know.
My mind's pretty cleared right now. I don't know why. I just like spaced out on everything we could talk about,
Me
but
too. God damn it.
shit.
Okay,
what's your look, we've all drank a little bit before. What's your favorite kind of beverage? Like whether that
Beer.
be just beer, regular beer?
I like beer.
Oh shit, like nothing. So what about like liquor wise? Like
Probably vodka.
Vodka, all right, fair enough. Yeah. I've been getting into some tequila. Some of that tequila. It's pretty solid though. It's not bad. I used to.
Good. I like the salty ones. Salty tequila.
Oh, okay, yeah. I used
Usually
to
they're
hate
like
it.
dark and brown. The salty ones are.
Yeah. I used to hate it though. I used to always just be Vadi, but then once, I met her Mexican family and they're like, "Hey, take a shot." And I was like, "All right, sick." So now I prefer, like, if they like give me, like, if there's a bottle of Grey Goose or a bottle of, I don't even know. They always have like these like weird like vase style like tequila bottles, but that's when I know they're gonna be good. So I'm like, give me that shit.
Like
and then,
1800 and stuff like that.
yeah, or like even just these weird ones that are like straight like from Mexico or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, give me some of that.
Yeah, those are always good.
Yeah, it goes down so smooth. Smooth.
I've been thinking. Well, I think we've both been thinking a lot about like stuff we want to try and do to add something to the podcast. Like we've been trying to think of like segments. My number one thing that I want to do so bad is have like a few dudes game night type of thing where we play Mario Party. Or Carlos has this N64 and we've been playing Pokemon Stadium on it, which is like so fun.
Underrated as fuck.
Hella underrated.
Like,
I don't know why they don't have like a modern version of it.
Yeah, every time like I show people it, they're like, "What the hell? I've never heard of that game before." Because you hear about like Ruby, Emerald, and all those like handheld versions of games. But on the N64, this Stadium 2, trust, it's so fire. You got like the classic, but it's only like arena mode, right? So you choose your lineup of Pokemon, and then they fight, and you like choose your moves and whatnot, and then they choose their moves, and you could switch in and switch out, which that's fun. But then you have the mini games, but it's like Mario Party, but with Pokemon, and it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, so the only thing is that it's N64, so I don't know how we can record it, because I do have a capture card, but so it would be super easy to do Mario Party on the Switch. Yeah. It's literally just plug it in to the Switch, plug it into my computer, plug it into the TV, and then that's it's done.
Yeah.
So, that we could definitely do sometime soon. I think it would be really fun to do that with like you and Crystal, Quentin and Yaz, and then me.
Yeah, or like Aiden, Kai, or anybody. I don't know, anybody and everybody. Like,
that's true.
We could bring back Alex. We can have.
Oh, Alex would go ham on some shit like that.
That'd be fun as fuck.
And then we can do other stuff too. Like you were talking about playing like Clue.
Yeah,
or
even have
chess.
like a chessboard. Yeah, that'd be fun.
And so we're just, I don't know, we're having a lot of fun with the podcast, and we want to just like
trying to find ways to innovate that kind of shit and just take it to that next little level. Yeah.
Another thing, so I really thought a lot about last episode. After the fact, like first off, that was just a deep episode. Like we dove deep.
I loved it though. I thought it was great. Yeah.
I love that stuff too. And then you talked about afterwards, like, well, both of you. Kai was like, I wish we were more funny, which like I think that episode was funny, honestly. Yeah. I think there were a lot of points where it was funny, but then there were a lot of points where it was deep, and we kind of like
that was like a full roller coaster. Yeah,
it really was. We were kind of all over the place. But I think that you guys are right. I think that being funny is just like it's a lot more fun, but I don't think that like talking about serious shit needs to be like not funny. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
You can make
that's
it
true.
funny.
Yeah. I think we get too deep in our own brains to where we don't think about like popping in those little like jokes or
right.
like, I don't know.
You gotta like spice it up so that it's not so just like serious.
Yeah, everybody's just watching it and they're like
serious funny, serious funny, and like kind of like break it up, and that's gonna grab people's attention too. Yeah, like, that's just how it works.
Keeps their attention rate going and shit, but
for sure.
Yeah, and another thing though, we were just talking about this like an hour ago. Just because our channel is only podcast based on YouTube, it's still just called A Few Dudes. So every once in a while, you might see a little vlog pop in and out.
A few dudes go camping.
Yeah, literally.
A few dudes go to the skate park. A few dudes do something.
Literally, yeah. And
we want to try and branch out a little bit.
We could definitely do that, like, easily. I think we both have, like, experience with that stuff, too. So, like, we could definitely both utilize, like, that kind of experience and just, like...
And then there's A Few Dudes Play Mario Party.
Yeah, exactly.
Dudes, like... That's the thing about our channel name is that, like, we can make it anything. And, like, so it is a podcast. That's how we started it. But we're glad that we chose that name because it doesn't limit us and we can do a lot with it. which I think is gonna be super fun.
And like, for some reason, well, my brain. So there's this group of YouTubers that I've always watched. Like, they were like the only group that I've watched since like I started. They're called the Sidemen. I don't know if you know who they are, but they're like a UK group. But every Sunday, that's called Sidemen Sundays, and they post like videos every Sunday. But they're like pretty like high quality. So like they have this series that's like Tinder in real life, and they'll hire on girls to like come into the room, and there's like the whole box thing, and there's yes and the no side of the room, and they'll say like a pickup line, and then they'll be like yeah or like no, or they'll like, kind of banter back and forth, and then if they're like a pass, then they'll swipe right to like yes or swipe left for no. But there's like the pickup lines are always so like just funny as fuck. But I was thinking we could even do like videos similar to that, to where like I don't know, we could do fucking mukbangs. I don't know, there's so many things we could do.
We could do anything.
Yeah, we just have to really
Just have
tap
fun
into
with
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But there's there's hella things that we could easily do. But I mean, yeah, it just comes down to whether or not we come up with the ideas and then we just fucking run with it. But
That's another thing that I've been thinking about is like, I'm just coming to this point in my life where I'm realizing I can do shit. Like, things that I think are cool, I can do it. Like starting a podcast. And then this is just the beginning. Like, I can do so much more. And it applies to like everything, which is like, I don't know. It's so exciting.
oh, it really is. I think we're getting to that age where like I definitely feel that like where we were so used to like just constantly waking up, going to school, coming back home, homework, and then playing video games or doing somewhat what we wanted to do. But then now we're like breaking out of that cycle and finally fully realizing like, oh shit. Hopefully, yeah, they could definitely see that.
Oh, for sure. That was funny. Okay.
Fuck,
Don't mind me as I casually screw this back in. What were you saying?
So I was saying, we're breaking out of that like cycle where like, where we can finally like we're realizing like, we have all this time now and like we have this unlimited amount of freedom now where like we could just
Okay.
we could wake up, go to work, and
I'll
then
be right back.
do whatever we wanted to. Or oh shit, he's unplugging right now.
I have to screw this back in.
Oh, okay. I'll keep on talking while he plugs this in. Maybe we'll cut this out. Maybe we won't. But yeah. So I think I don't know. I think it's interesting. Like, yeah, we can wake up now and like go to work, come home and do whatever the fuck we want, or on our days off. Now I think our days off are so much more important than they were back in high school or like even in college, because now we're at the age where like what we do now really like sets a tone for what our lives are gonna look
Testing.
like. Try again.
Testing.
Yeah, you're good. You're
It's
good.
working.
Yeah.
I'm back.
He's back. But yeah, I think what we do now is like it's gonna set a tone for what our lives could look like in the future, or like even just our work ethic or whatnot. Like I don't know. Yeah, I think these are big move years right now.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
you're so right. You're so right. You're spitting facts. It's I think it's important to realize that too, because you gotta like. Man, we're both having mic issues, aren't
There
we?
you go. Hopefully my
Um,
hand wasn't just like on some shit.
It definitely was.
Fuck.
But it's okay.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's important to just realize that you have so much more potential than you think. And when you finally do kind of like tap into that a little bit, it's super freeing and you can really just do things you want to, like start a podcast or fucking anything, really.
Starting OnlyFans, who knows?
Dude,
A few
okay.
dudes OnlyFans, that'd be kind of sick.
Ooh. No, speaking of this, there was this girl, I told you about this,
Yeah.
that I was talking to, and she like started posting a picture of her booty on her Snapchat, and she's talking all
Oh.
like, she's talking all fucking. This is a girl I knew that we worked together a long time ago, and we had a lot of mutual friends. She's a homegirl, and she's talking about how like if you hate me for what I do, blah blah blah, like unadd me. If you're in a serious relationship, then I don't expect you to be my friend on Snapchat anymore because like this is what I do or whatever.
Yeah.
And I hit her up, and I'm like, you need to come on the podcast.
Oh shit.
And she's like, I'm hella down. Or she's like, we're gonna talk body positivity, and yeah, I'll leave it at that.
You know,
for
that's
now.
not. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Interesting.
that could be a super fun guest, but
Yeah.
she's been ghosting me, bro. I've been
Damn.
trying to hit her up, and she hasn't really been ghosting me, but like she just lags basically. So
Ah.
I'm guessing she's busy, and I guess she's also gonna be out of town for a bit. But
Fair enough.
something to look forward to. I figured that could be a very entertaining episode.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun. Yeah, that'd be interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, dude, because I was watching The Fellows, another podcast out there, like our big brother.
Yeah.
In the podcast world, and they've had a couple OnlyFans models on at this point, and it's always really interesting to talk about because those types of people are very open.
Dude,
you know?
yeah, my mind literally just went to, they're so open-minded. Like, they don't really have, like, anything that they're scared to talk about because they're showing themselves. But, like, even then, it's not like it's, like, a bad thing. It's just,
I don't think it's
like,
a bad thing. Honestly, I
yeah.
think OnlyFans is really, like, this is kind of a hot take, but I think it is so beneficial.
oh, no, for sure.
Because, first off, people are weird about, like, bodies and sex now.
Free the nipple.
Dude, it's like we all have fucking dicks and other vajigis and tatas.
Yeah.
We all have them.
Mommy
or
milkers.
we don't. Most of us have. We all have at least a set of them, whatever it might be. It doesn't fucking matter. And it's like, yeah, society has just like made it this weird taboo, like, you know, you wear clothes and you cover everything because it's wrong to show your body, which is fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah.
We're all just humans. Like, if you look back at fucking ancient Rome and shit, all the statues, titties out, dick out, nobody gives a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
It's totally chill. And I think that's how it should be because people are more insecure now
Than ever before.
And
yeah.
I think it's like, it's little things like that are just like so instilled in us over such a long period of time that makes us feel insecure about our body, about your fucking dick size or whatever the fuck
bro, I'm
it
working
might
with
be.
like a 3-inch Punisher, but you know what? He's a Punisher, so.
Dude, that's
how it
right.
works.
It's about how you use it.
Yeah.
We all know this at this point.
And like, even then, like there's a lot of girls that are like really self-conscious about like whether that be like cellulite or they're like, oh, like, look at this girl, she has like major like boobies or like or like, dude, but you see all these like really popular like famous chicks like Kylie Jenner, for example, you know, BBLs, like massive lips, all that shit, but like at the end of the day, like, yeah, those are the people that are like, you know, up there at the top, but like I don't think people should aspire to be like that. I mean, you can if you want to, do you know, it's your body, do whatever makes you happy, like makes you happy, but I don't think you should be embarrassed of what you have because what you have is, that's what you got, you know, just rock it, be you. And like me, I was always self-conscious about my fat ass nose.
Really?
Just a big schnauzer, but you know what?
I've never noticed.
Yeah, but like now
Not
that
once.
I'm older, like I don't even give a shit. Like people are like, oh, bro, you're Indian. I'm like, cool. I'm like, I'm not, but you know what?
I do remember everybody joking about that.
Yeah, I still get jokes like that to this day, like almost like a couple times a week. But even then, like at this point, I don't even give a shit because like I look in the mirror and I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty high, like you know. But dude, yeah, I don't know. I think there's so many like standards now, especially with like Instagram, people posting massive fucking asses out and all that shit, or guys with fucking ripped ass 6-packs and shit like that. Which, you know, fair enough. I want that too, but like I don't know.
Like seeing it on somebody else flexing it like that definitely makes me a little bit insecure.
Yeah, a little self-conscious too.
And it's like,
yeah,
I don't deserve to feel that way.
Yeah,
And I don't think
exactly,
anybody does.
exactly.
And that's why I think OnlyFans is kind of good because people just like put themselves out there. And at this point, everybody knows about OnlyFans. Like,
Yeah.
if you are below the age of, I'm going to say like 28, you probably know what OnlyFans is.
Yeah.
If you don't, I would be really surprised. And I think that's good because it's just going to normalize the human body and just for our generation in general,
Yeah,
which I think is going to be healthy moving forward.
Oh, dude, no, for sure. Like places like Burning Man, I want to go there because
Ooh, yeah.
those places are so open with every idea or like anything like body wise or like I don't know, they're just so open about everything like sexual orientation, like sexuality, and like just all this shit. Like they just drugs, everything. Yeah, like there's fucking orgy rooms at Burning Man, or
Dude,
there's
I'm there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna be there, but like there's just so many things like that, and like I feel like as weird and like taboo as that sounds, I feel like that just shouldn't sound that weird at all because
No.
it's the human body, man. You know, we're here to.
If there's a bunch of people in a room together and they're all just like enjoying themselves and each other's bodies, like
Yeah.
who
gives a shit?
who is? I don't think that anybody has the authority to say that that's wrong.
Exactly.
It's not.
Exactly.
Yeah, That's some bullshit.
It's our bodies. You know what? If you want to share that shit or all that kind of stuff, then go ahead. But,
Dude, yeah.
I don't know.
This reminds me of another point where on the fellas, they had like this sex professional.
I listened to that one, bro. Yeah,
Fire.
yeah,
She
dude.
talks about those sex parties where like
They have masks and shit.
yeah, and people just go into this giant room and they all just have sex in the same room. And it's not like you're having sex with random people. Like you bring a partner with you, or sometimes you go there and you meet somebody.
You meet a single guy or a girl, anything like that. And yeah,
and everybody just has sex in the same room.
Yeah.
Which is like, I think that's just so healthy.
Yeah, it really is. Like, especially like if you're, like not as experienced with that kind of stuff or like kind of nervous about it, other people are gonna be like that as well. And like, yeah, they'll show up to those parties with like masks and shit like that, and they'll
It's like anonymous.
Yeah, and then once everybody starts kind of feeling it, and they'll have like an act in the room, people having sex in the middle of the room, and just kind of get everybody in like feeling it a bit, and then they'll start taking off their masks, or if people make eye contact across the room and you just kind of feel it, or you want to go talk to them and see what happens next. Like, I feel like that's so cool. Like,
it is so cool.
I mean, I'm in a very happy and like healthy relationship, so I mean I'm good on that.
So I'm going.
There you go, dude. Yeah. you be the test rat or
I'll
whatever.
be sure to come
And
back
then,
and relay
dude,
all the information to you.
Yes, I'd be
No,
so
I don't
good.
think we really have things like that around here, unfortunately, because I would go.
I'm sure, you know what? If you know the right people, there has to be. I think there
There's
has to be.
definitely like swingers clubs and shit
Yeah.
like that in Boise, I'm sure.
Like my cousin, he used to go to this bar, and he was like, "Dude, the guys there are so nice." He's like, "They're so cool." Turns out it was a gay bar, but yeah, he was like, "Dude, everybody's
They're
so
all
cool
wearing
there."
like thongs and
Yeah,
fucking.
he was like, "I love going there. Everybody's so cool," and it was a gay bar. Like, he didn't even realize that until after. And like
That's
my other
hilarious.
uncle was like, yeah, that's a gay bar," and he's like, "Oh, that makes a lot of sense." But
My dad's told me
yeah.
a few stories about like going bar hopping in downtown Boise and then like ending up at a gay bar because like I don't know, apparently they're popping.
yeah,
And then there's like dudes winking at him and like shit, and he's like, "Gotta go."
what's weird is like my voice is cracked there so hard. I don't know if you heard that fucking hell.
I don't. It wasn't very noticeable.
There's like there's been times where like I'll be kind of hit on, like I have been hit on, like especially when I worked at like the gas station.
By
And
dudes.
yeah,
Yeah, I've had that too.
and it's weird because I get uncomfortable, but like after oddly it makes me feel kind of good.
You're like,
like
damn.
like it makes me feel kind of good, but I also feel kind of violated. Like you know how
"That guy
girls get
wants
like
to fuck me."
no, you know how like girls get like catcalled, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, it's like I see what you're saying.
I'm not trying to compare it to that because I'm sure for them it's like kind of like
Well, it's different because
it's
they get it all
violating.
the time, whereas for us, we're like, damn,
Yeah.
he thinks I'm hot.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what, bro? Like, that's kind of sick. I'm not down, but like, if he thinks I'm hot, then that's kind of cool. Like, But and it also brings me like another thing where like us guys, dude, we never get flowers, like ever. And like, I'm not saying I want flowers, but
What
I'm not
do we
saying.
get? Like tools?
Yeah, like toolboxes or like video games
Oh
sometimes.
yeah, video games.
Which I don't mind. I'm down for video games, but I want
I
some
like it.
flowers.
You do?
So, Crystal, if you're listening to this, give me some flowers, dude. Give me like a little
Angie,
bouquet of.
This is next episode. We're
Yeah.
gonna have a nice little vase of flowers here for
Yeah,
everybody.
I want some like lavender or
Angie.
something. I don't know, just because I feel like I was hearing this with like my uncle and like not my uncle, but my girlfriend's uncle and like his like daughter, and they were talking about how guys never get flowers until they die. And I was like, you know
Whoa.
what? That's kind of true though. Like,
That's a weird way to look at it.
yeah, we're always given flowers, but we never get until we're dead. So I was like, you know what? I want a bouquet before I die, cause that would be fucking sick.
Respect.
Some roses or something, black roses. That'd be fucking fire.
I always like giving girls flowers.
Yeah,
It
same.
always feels good, especially if I pick it myself.
I don't know where to go for that stuff. I'm really unexperienced with this like girlfriend dating stuff. So
Yeah,
where
it's your
is
first girlfriend ever?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I usually am just like walking, or
Oh.
like at college, I'd be like on the way or to meet up with a girl or something, and then I'd like find something to bring them.
Sheesh. Okay.
But
Fair
like,
enough, dude.
not always a flower, it could be fucking anything. I think, yeah, there's something satisfying about giving something to a girl.
And like seeing their
I
like
think it's-
reaction to
I
it
think,
is nice.
yeah, I think it's this weird like primal, instinctual kind of thing where like, if you give them something, like without even thinking about it, that they're gonna like think differently of you.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways. Sometimes they're like, that guy's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And then other times they're like, wow, so sweet.
Yeah, for real. Or like, it's so weird too, cause like if I used to like, I'm big on like complimenting people and like what they dress with, like like especially like, back in school. I remember
feel
in
that.
college, like I'd be like, oh, those are sick shoes, or like, oh, I really like those jeans, and like they'd have like patches and whatnot. They were cool. But there was times where I'd be like, oh, dude, those jeans are fucking sick, and they're like, why are you looking at my jeans? I'm like, well, 'cause you're wearing them. But then it's like,
It's like, isn't
like
that
I
the point?
get it, but it's not like I was staring at their ass or some shit. Like I was just saying,
Oh, I see.
those jeans are sick, and they're like, why are you looking at my legs? I'm like, bro, why are you turning on this on me?
That's
like
kinda sus.
I'm being nice, like, or I'm like, oh, I like that jacket, and they're like, oh, did you read my chest too? I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like I'm just trying to be nice here. Like I don't know, I hated that shit. But
Like to girls, they think it's creepy or whatever. Is that what you're saying? Or is
Yeah.
it guys too?
no, I never. I mean, sometimes guys, if they have some fire kicks, I'm like, hey, those are fucking sick. Like I'm digging those. But with girls, yeah, I would like compliment them on like their hoodies or like their pants or whatever.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Some girls take
Then- Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I think that those girls, I mean, that's a red flag, honestly.
It really is, yeah. I just never bothered after that. I was like, nah, they're not worth my time.
Dude,
But
this actually reminds me. There's this girl. So at Micron, they have like this full cafeteria where they make hot food every single day. Like one day I had salmon, like a salmon steak with pasta and
fuck?
asparagus
damn,
and like a breadstick. And then another day I had like I had pasta with like sausage, and then there's like cheeseburgers you can get every single day
What the
for
fuck?
breakfast. There's croissants, breakfast burritos, and like a bunch of other shit. It's crazy.
that's nice as fuck though. What the hell?
And there's kombucha too, which I always get a kombucha because I love kombucha.
I've never tried it.
I love it. It's good for you too.
Yeah,
Like
I need to try it.
as like it just helps you digest. Like it's good for your just like gut health in general.
Urinary tract and all that shit.
Yeah, but anyways, there's this girl who works there, and she's got like these tattoos, but she looks young. Like she looks like she could be my age.
Yeah.
She might be a couple of years older. Oh man, I have the hiccups. But anyway, she's cute, and I've been wanting to talk to her. And this is one thing I've noticed is because like at Micron, there's pretty much like I'm the youngest guy in there.
Yeah.
Everybody is like 30, 40 plus.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And so whenever a girl walks by, their eyes are like glued to me. They're like, and I'm like, hey. So I need to fucking take advantage of
Yeah,
the fact
for
that I'm
real.
like one of the only young dudes around there, and like try to get some numbers or something.
Dude, this reminds me of this video that I watched today. Sneeko. I love Sneeko.
Oh,
I know you know
is-
about him. How to talk to women or something like that.
Dude,
how
I
to
wanted
deal
to watch
with
that. I
dude,
was at work and I saw it. It got recommended, and I wanted to watch it.
I like this guy's videos. If you guys know who Sneeko is,
Legendary shit.
like good on you. And if you guys don't, fucking watch his shit. It's so good. Like it's so relatable. But like
For
yeah,
real.
and there was this. I'm not gonna say too much about the video because I want you to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
But there's this bit that he has in the video where he goes to like, you know, like they have like speed dating at like local like coffee shops and whatnot here and there.
Yeah.
There was one, but for ages 30 to 40. So he obviously isn't 30 or 40, but he was like,
showed
oh, you know
up?
what? Like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to it. And he paid to like get in and whatnot, and then he did it, bro. But he was getting mad game. He was spitting game, but then also they were like so hyped on it because he's like the only young guy there, and everybody else is like 30 or 40. But this
Didn't
guy's
stand a
spitting
chance.
this like young game, and he's kind of like a fuckboy. He's giving off a like fuckboy vibe,
He totally is.
and it's like working so well because they're not used to that because they didn't grow up with that kind of like vibe, and that's I don't know. That just reminded me so much of that. But if you guys don't know who he is, watch that motherfucker. It's so good.
Dude, no, I feel that. I feel like the way I have to be is just like so, just like matter of fact. Like,
Yeah, it's almost like it's not. It's so confident to where you're not cocky, but like you just know what you're worth type shit, and like you just you know what you want, and like you show them that, and it's game.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I just don't really know how, cause like,
I
you
don't know how either,
There's
but-
this. Well, I've done this before, where like I've just like walked up to girls and just like gotten their number or whatever, like randomly. Like I did it at college a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And then when I worked at Amazon, it was Valentine's Day. It was
I
like
remember
Valentine's
that,
Day
yeah.
morning. I told you the story, but
Yeah.
I want to tell the people.
Yeah,
'cause
do
this
it,
is
do
a
it.
good
Yeah.
one.
I love it.
It was like Valentine's Day morning because I worked night shift, so it was like 6 a.m. on Valentine's Day, and there was this girl, and she had eyes for me. Like she was always looking at me. I was always looking at her. She was cute. And then I walk up to her on Valentine's Day, and I start talking to her like randomly. I was like, "What's up?" I don't remember what I said. It's kinda
Just
one of those-
imagine like this white boy just walking up to you and be like, "What's up?" Like,
I had my long hair at the time, like down to my shoulders, beanie on.
Oh, that's so
and
funny.
yeah, I don't know. She was like wiping something up, and I started talking to her, and then eventually, like, I really didn't even fuck around. I was just like, you know what? You're cute. It's Valentine's Day. Let's do something later. And then she's like, okay, whatever. It's like she was so taken back by it that she couldn't have said no, really.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I got her phone number, and we went out and we got dinner later that night.
Damn. Yeah, it's almost like that thing where, like, I was always told, like, don't give him an option. Just say, all right, when are we going out type shit. Or, like Monday night, if you're not busy, let's do this. Or, like you almost present them, like, the option, and then in a way that saying no might be a little hard.
It's like, yeah, so you walk up, and you're like, hey, what's up? Like, you're like, how you doing? And then you, like, create some small talk, and you're like, what's your name? Or, like, you're like, I like your shirt. And then she's like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, so what's your name?
Yeah.
You get her name, and then you're, like, talking to her at that point. And then, I don't know, you can kind of just, like,
you know when it's right just to shoot it. Just yeah.
And you're like, so what are we doing tonight?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just like that. And it's hard because I have the problem where when a girl is working, I feel bad about it. Because, like, she's at work, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
But, like, I'm at work, too, in this situation, like I'm talking about with Micron. Where, like, I feel like sometimes they'd probably just, like, don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's, like, especially, like, you have to choose the right moment. Because most of the time when I see this girl who I'm talking about that's cute, she's like, you know, she's like handing out food, and I always I'm like, hey, how you doing, or whatever, and then she's like, oh, I'm good, like, how are you, whatever, and, like, she's always very, very friendly and very, very receptive, and it seems like she wants to talk, which makes me feel like I need to, like, spit some game.
Yeah, just go in on, like, worst case scenario, it just doesn't work out, and on to the next one, you know?
I saw her today. I didn't think she was at work, and I was sitting at my break table, like, just, like, by myself, and then I have, like, the whole, like, divider thing, you know, because COVID.
Yeah.
And then I, like, got up to walk because I wanted to go buy a kombucha, and then I saw her, and she was, like, looking at me. She was, like, looking right at me.
You have to, bro.
And then she fixed her shirt, and I, like, see her out of the corner of my eye. I'm, like, trying not to look at her. And I'm just
yeah. But, you know, dude, you got to make the move, bro. You can't leave her waiting too long. You can't.
And so this brings me to my next point, that my problem is that I have the confidence to do it in the moment, but then if I don't, I'll sit down and I'll think about it too much. And then when the next moment comes, anxiety up the ass, dude.
Fuck, dude.
And yeah, so I don't really know. I think the best thing you could possibly do, and I actually did this with that Amazon girl. It was a similar thing where I think there's a lot of power in, like, sacrificing something. And so you tell yourself, you're like, you know what? I'm done thinking about it. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. If the opportunity comes to me, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then you sit down and you just don't think about it. And then if your opportunity comes, then you're going to take it. Like, it's just, well, that's for me.
Leave it to where there's no choice, but you just have to go and take it and run with it type shit. Yeah.
Because if you just stop thinking about it when you're in the situation and you've already decided, okay, when I have a chance, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And then you're like, and that's done. And if I don't get my chance, then I'll never do it. And it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's what I need to do.
Yeah, that was pretty much me. Like, so before I met Crystal, I always kind of had that mindset, but I was too scared to ever, like, approach chicks, because that just terrified me. Is it still good?
Still good.
Fuck yeah.
We don't have Angie today, so I wanted to go.
Fair enough. Yeah, we're missing Angie today. She's at work. But fuck. Oh yeah. But that night of, I was like, I walked in there and then I saw this chick sitting there. I was like, all right, she's actually really pretty. I was like, look, if something goes, then I'm just gonna, you know, take out my gun and fucking take the shot. You know,
That's
like,
right.
Worst case scenario, it just doesn't go right, and I just keep on living my life. You know, and yeah, that's literally like the same mindset that you had. I walked into that shit and it was just that dog mentality where it's like, if it comes, fucking bite the bone, you know. And
man, if it doesn't, then it doesn't, and that's the end of it.
Exactly. But
that is such a powerful, just like idea, and it's like a, I don't know. You find that in like religion, like in Christianity, they say that you have to sacrifice. You know, it's kind of like a similar thing, and they'd say it in like Buddhism and Hinduism too, but I'm not as familiar with them.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder why that is. Like, fuck, I don't really want to get too religion-y, but I grew
don't want
up.
to either.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'll just kind of, But I don't know. That is interesting.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I've just heard that, and I've also I've read some books too that talk about similar things to that.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's J.G. Quintel. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he's like the creator of Regular Show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's I don't know. It's just funny.
Regular Show throwback.
Yeah.
That was a banger of a show.
Have you ever seen that one episode where it's like, it's not like an official episode, but it's like a deleted. So the creator J.G. Quintel, he made it before he got the green light to create Regular Show. And it's like a rated R version of Regular Show. So these two guys are working at a gas station, and this younger guy, like tricks the older dude to like take some like, I think it's acid. He tricks him into taking acid pretty much. He's like, just try this, man. And he gave it to him, and then he tried it, and then they're both tripping on acid. And then that's when the main character turns into like a bird, Mordecai. No. And then the other character turns into like a gumball machine. It's fucking Benson.
The fuck?
Such a good. It's on YouTube too.
And that's how the story
and they're cussing and all that shit. He's like, "What the fuck did you do to me?" And he's like, "Just chill, man." And like, it's so good, but
wow,
it's
so
fire. Yeah. And
that's so fire.
When I watched it like a couple years ago, I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Dude, this is like Regular Show before Regular Show."
You can't even watch Regular Show anymore, huh? Well, I think you can
Hulu.
on like Hulu.
Mm-hmm, it's on Hulu. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I used to watch that like even like a couple years ago. I would just put it on and just.
Dude, I haven't been watching
shit up
anything except for YouTube. I always watch YouTube.
We got the JG. Oh, he's taking a piss. I don't know if you saw it in shot. Maybe.
Maybe.
He's going into the jewel room.
The jewel room.
Fuck. But nah, yeah, that shit's sick. And, like,
that is cool.
It was like his
Such
story
a
is
good idea.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I love shit like that.
And
man.
it was just like a sketch version of the episode too. So it's like, you know, like people like on like flip like the sticker, the sticky notes. You know how they would draw that kind of shit and like onto the next one, kind of slight movement.
And then they would like flip through it, and it would be like a
like stop motion animation, or whatever. Pretty much same thing, but like stop motion drawing. And I think it's just called animation. But yeah, anyways, yeah, he just did it by hand himself, and then he like submitted it to Cartoon Network, and they're like, we'd love to have this, but it can't be like rated R. You have to make it like PG-13 ish.
Right.
And yeah, and then that's how it was literally created, like the Regular Show, and it's so cool watching.
That's
like
super cool.
His original idea come to life with the Regular Show, and it's really fascinating, but it's cool.
It's such a I feel like people probably don't realize how much psychedelics like acid and mushrooms have impacted creative like works of art, basically.
I feel like who was it? Didn't Shakespeare, like, wouldn't he always like? I feel like he'd smoke, right, and like trip on.
Oh my god, they did so many drugs back then.
Yeah.
There's, I mean, shit. If you really want to get into it, there's a lot of theories that like most religion, is like, it was started because somebody like accidentally started doing a bunch of drugs.
I'm down. I wouldn't doubt it because I know that isn't there like literally like a page. I might be completely wrong. Don't murder me for this, but I feel like in the Catholic Bible, isn't there like something? It's like referencing like weed. It's like
Maybe.
It's like referencing like some like bush that like gave people like a
the
different
burning
sight
bush
or something. Yeah.
So that's exactly what I'm talking about. They think that the bush was like acacia or something.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was acacia, but it was a plant. And in plants and like pretty much all living things, there's this compound called DMT.
Yeah,
which is like a super potent psychedelic
that releases in our brain when we die, right? Isn't that? Yeah.
Well, they say that's how people dream. They say that that's what happens when people have near-death experiences. All that type of shit is supposed to be related to DMT, and they think that the burning bush. So the bush was on fire, and what's his name? I think it's Joseph.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know the
biblical
Bible.
names, like.
I think. So our
Ezekiel, and there's all those like crazy like.
I'm not gonna try to even guess what the name was, but the burning bush story, they think that there was like, or there's theories that there was a lot of DMT like in that plant, and he was inhaling it, and the next thing you know, the clouds burst open and God comes down, and like, it could have all just been like a crazy trip.
Bro, a bunch of like religious people are like, they're like, oh, screw this podcast. they're raging right now, bro. They're like, fuck. They're all just fucking slamming down their Bibles. And they're like, what the fuck is this about? Like,
no, for real.
We just lost so many fans. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't give a
that's
fuck.
fucking. That's funny as fuck. I can only imagine like Imagine somebody showing this like a priest. They're like, what the fuck? And like, he just goes into like this midlife crisis.
For
just
real,
because
huh?
of us. I don't know. That's funny.
Oh shit.
You just imagine, dude. If my mom's listening to this, she's probably so heated right now. She's like, what the? Because I grew up as a Catholic.
I have
but
some buddies that are that could be listening to this right now that would be like, dude, not cool.
yeah, no, I feel like kids our age now that are following like religion. I might be speaking very broadly, but I feel like they're pretty like they follow it, but they're not like diehard as much as people used to be.
Some of them.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
definitely
it goes
sure.
both ways.
Yeah,
There's people on both sides of the spectrum.
I mean, shit, we live in Idaho, so it's like Mormon State V2. Like, there's like a class that kids would take in school,
Seminary.
like in a different building.
Is that what
Yeah,
it's called seminary.
yeah, seminar, whatever the fuck. Yeah, seminary. Yeah, and yeah, literally like a whole different class just dedicated to like for Mormons to like learn.
I remember
I
my
always
buddy
thought that was
Jeff.
interesting.
My buddy Jeff would skip seminary, and then one time, like on his schedule, he got to like make a schedule or whatever senior year, and he just like didn't put seminary on there, and his mom was so pissed
Oh
that
shit!
she like called the school and made them change it, and then he had to take the class. Yep,
Damn,
I love Jeff.
that's crazy.
I had a lot of fun times with him. Oh my god, yeah.
It's weird, like even like I'll look at like old videos that I have on my phone and whatnot, and like just seeing how different we were from like freshman to like senior year. Like those 4 years, crazy difference. Like motherfuckers grow like a whole ass foot sometimes, and like dude, huh? Yeah, beards. Like, dude, honestly, alright, I'm kind of putting Edgar on blast, but Edgar, if you listen to this, dude, my friend Edgar Monreal, bro, he had a mustache since 4th grade. Straight up, bro. Straight chocolate stash since 4th grade. But you know what? That's respect, though. That shit was sick.
That's funny.
But no, it is interesting to see how people have changed.
Dude, and
from,
not
freshman to senior
only
year.
like freshman to senior year is a big difference,
Yeah.
but even from senior year to now,
Yeah. Fucking gnarly.
I feel like it's even a bigger of a difference. Not as like a physical type of,
Oh, mental, though.
but yeah, as like
Different wave.
just like the people we've become is like completely fucking different. I was a little baby bitch back then.
Yeah, I would say even fucking a year ago, I was still a baby bitch. Nah, not really. I was just really confused on like life in general. But
Just when I went to college and went up to U of I, it was different.
yeah,
That shit changed the way I looked at the world.
fair enough. Yeah, that's when I first. Yeah, when I honestly, for me, the biggest thing was just living away from home, and
Mhm.
having just that full responsibility thrown on me. Like even in when I went to BSU, like, yeah, it was weird because I'd never had that like you never experienced that before. So when you have that, it's like there's like so much room for your brain to grow,
Oh yeah.
and then like just responsibility and like all this stuff. You like realize what you enjoy more, you realize what you hate more, and like yeah, there's just so much more like realizing of your
It's
own
crazy.
mind. Yeah,
It's a fresh start. Like you literally, especially with me going to U of I, which is like far away.
yeah,
Like there were some people there, you know, that like we went to high school or whatever, and they also went to that college. But for me, it was just like like in high school, I think that you kind of like develop this personality, and then that's who people expect you to be, and it kind of it can limit you.
yeah.
But when I went to college, nobody knew me. Nobody knew who I was, how I acted. All of that stuff was just gone, and I could be whoever the fuck I wanted to be.
Literally, yeah.
And that was so awesome, and it definitely changed my life.
Yeah, for me through high school, I started off like such a nerd, and I still am, but like I was like
Me too.
actually like really good at school. Like
I was
freshman
never
year,
good at school, but I was definitely a nerd.
yeah, like freshman year I had like a 3.8, and then sophomore year I started off with like a 3.9 my first semester, but then after I was like, I'm just gonna start doing me, and I just kind of started having fun, I guess, rather than just sticking my head in the books, which isn't a bad thing, but I just I didn't find that fun anymore. And then once I feel like I got to senior year, that's when I started coming out of my shell a bit more. And I was just kind of I stopped giving a shit about like those kind of standards, because I realized like once I'm out of this school, like I can be whoever the fuck I want to be, and I just
True.
want to be happy and have fun. And once senior year hit, I definitely started becoming that. And then yeah, for like college, and then even up to now, like if I met my freshman year self, or even my self 2 years ago, even a year ago, I'd be like, whoa, that's not even me anymore.
If
like,
I could talk to my freshman self, I would
I'd
tell
probably-
him, break up with your girlfriend. Fucking
Dude.
just don't be afraid. Just do fun shit. But definitely break up with your girlfriend.
That's funny as fuck, dude.
And then I did break up with her shortly after freshman year. So.
Shit. For me, I would just be like, you know what, dude? Just don't be gay. like not actually gay, but like
Be gay, but like don't be gay. You know?
yeah, dude. I was just such a dweeb. Like I was so
Me too.
sheltered and like
Me too.
I wouldn't even. I literally didn't start listening to any rap music until sophomore year.
Wow. I just
Because-
listen to white boy rap.
See, yeah, well, I would listen to like Logic a little bit, but
Yeah.
then like I would just literally just Skrillex like bangarang bass, like all that shit was in my ears like 90% of freshman year, and then
That's awesome.
once I got out of freshman year, yeah, I was like, ooh, Ray Shremmer, like who the hell is this? And then
Dude,
Black
he popped
Beatles
off,
and fucking
Black Beatles.
I ain't got no type, all that shit,
Yeah.
dude, started going off, and then yeah, I never looked back since. But
For real.
Jesus, I was such a dweeb. I'd wear those shirts, you know, like the ones from like Forever 21 or whatever, the ones that are like swag and like all that shit.
I
Dude.
remember you wearing shit like that too.
Bro, I'd
or
pull
like
up.
the kid who had the backpack that was like it like went over like this.
Oh yeah,
You know
dude.
what I'm
Dude, fucking Kai was one of those.
Yeah, dude, he was. Dude, I have this picture of me, Kai, Aiden, and Nico all
Oh,
like standing
Jesus.
together freshman year. I think it was like
I've
the last
seen
day
it.
of school.
Yeah,
Oh, you've
and you
definitely
guys
seen it.
took one beginning and end of high school, right?
We did.
Yeah.
It's on my Instagram, on
Yeah.
my personal Instagram. If you guys feel like digging around for it, and we're all
Fucking
just
hell.
like this, and then I look like I am so upset with the world. My hair is a fucking mess, and then Kai, he like has this real smug like grin on him.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh my god, dude, with his fucking backpack just like that. I think Aiden had one of them too. I don't know.
Yeah, Aiden definitely did. Yeah, they both had them. I
Oh,
remember
man.
them getting home. We'd get home and like play Fortnite or whatever, and they'd like fucking just unbuckle that shit and they'd throw it on the floor. They're like, "All right, boys, where we landing?" Like, dude,
Where we drop it?
dude, yeah. Like, I was even watching back some like old clips from Fortnite that I like had saved,
Really?
and dude, our voices, holy shit, it's
Yeah.
fucking, it's like I actually hate listening back to my
you don't
voice.
notice that
and-
like in the moment when you're young like that.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, dude, he's on my right, and I'm like, oh, he's building. Like, dude, it's so bad, it's
Dude,
so
I
bad.
remember there was one specific day that I went to school, and like I remember I always had like a squeaker. My dad, oh man, this is a little confession. My dad was a total asshole, and he would call me
Fucking hell.
the F word. I don't want to say it because my voice was so high pitched.
Oh, like not.
Fag.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Fucking fair
He
enough.
would call me that because my voice was so high pitched, and I didn't get it because like you can't hear your own voice. Like I thought I had a normal voice.
Yeah. Fuck.
And then one day I went to school. I think I was in 7th grade, and I was getting breakfast from the lunch lady, and I'm like, "Thank you," and she's like, "Whoa," and I'm like, "Huh?" And she's like, "Your voice
Jesus.
got so deep. Yesterday you were a squeaker, and now it's so deep." And then I guess
Damn.
my voice has just been this way ever since.
No, your voice is definitely like deep as fuck. Like mine's pretty much always been the same, kinda. There was like a brief period in, I think it was sophomore year. I was like really late in the game of like puberty in general. But like, there was like a solid like couple days where I couldn't actually talk because every time I talk it's like ooh, ooh, like it was just
No, dude, I
constant
had
voice
terrible
breaks.
voice cracks.
So for like literally like 3 days, I remember going to school and just like whispering because that was the only way I could talk normally without my voice like cracking. And then after, like, it's now
Your
what
voice
it
was
is.
just normal.
Yeah, but before it was like definitely a lot like more squeaky, but now it's like a mid tone. But your voice is just like freakily like deep. I don't know why.
I've always been told that, but
Yeah,
it doesn't really sound that deep to me. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
it's a lot deeper than like most, so that's for sure. I also probably because you talk like monotone, you're like, yeah, I don't know, just kind of like
Sometimes I do. Other
Yeah.
times I don't.
yeah, I don't know. It is weird how that works, but yeah, fuck.
I think, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why, but did you ever get in a fight? Ever?
I've only been in one.
How was that? Like, how old were you?
Well, I was in 7th grade. This kid was in
Ooh,
8th
okay,
grade.
yeah, yeah. I love school fights are like I love hearing these stories.
Well,
yeah.
this is a really funny story. So my buddy, his name was Caleb, like one of the greatest friends I ever made in my entire life. I miss him so much. He one day we were in 7th grade. You know, we were young and stupid, and I think we were all watching porn or something. And he kept on looking up like squirting videos, right?
Oh.
And so
Fuck.
after this, we started calling him Squirt like, as a joke.
Fucking hell. Fucking score.
Yeah, and then
Jesus.
there was this one kid. His name was Justice. I know, dude. What a fucking gay ass name. His name was Justice, and his brother's name was Richard, and
What the fuck?
we all called Richard Dick because we thought it was funny.
Jesus.
Okay,
From Richard
anyways,
to Dick.
just more lore.
So Dick, Justice, and we got Squirt. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay. So Justice keeps on calling Caleb Squirt, and this is like months later, and it's like we've all moved on, but like Justice still thinks it's so funny.
He just holds on to it.
And
yeah.
Caleb is like, dude, shut the fuck up. It's
Oh,
not
shit.
funny anymore.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, yeah, dude, what the fuck's your problem? It's not funny. And then he starts calling me Squirt. And I was like, oh, no, you did not.
Oh, shit.
So one day, we organized it. We were going to get off the bus, and we were going to fight at the bus stop. And so, like,
Damn.
we get off the bus, and this kid's big. He's, like, twice my size.
Shit.
Like, big. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is the point where I'm, like, I'm still little. And,
Fuck.
yeah, he like stands there and he's like looking at me, and then he like pushes me, and then I just get like so pissed off, and like just little tiny Weslee, I just start fucking like
Oh!
I hit him like 3 or 4 times like that, and then he like kind of steps back, and then he gives me one just like boom right in my chin,
Jeez.
and then we both like kind of step back and we look at each other, and
Really?
then we both just like stand there and we're just looking at each other. And then we just turn around and we walk away.
Damn.
Hopefully they could hear me.
I
really
think they
hope
could. Even if not, I'm sure they could see what you were explaining.
We
but
essentially
Jesus.
just like stopped, looked at each other after we both hit each other several times,
Damn.
and then just turned around and
Some
walked away.
Fair enough type shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I really never talked to him again.
Damn, I wonder where you fought who, Dick?
Justice.
Or Justice. Oh, okay. Damn. Rest in peace, Justice, wherever you went, bro. That's
You know?
crazy. I love hearing like school fights though. School fights are always like
It was
the
just
best.
some dumb shit.
Yeah.
And that's the only fight I ever been in.
It's that like masculinity type shit. It's
I,
like, "Arr," type shit.
I'm not really a fighter.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, if you're gonna press me, then I'm gonna, I'm
Yeah.
gonna stand up for myself.
Yeah, for sure. But,
But
you're not gonna go out of your way looking for some dumb trouble type shit. Like,
no,
yeah.
no. I've definitely been in some, like at college, all those testosterone
Oh, dude,
filled
yeah.
boys. They just want to get into
They're
it.
looking for it. Yeah, yeah.
We would wrestle a lot. It was always fun.
Yeah, I've never. I mean, I used to get in a lot of fights as like a kid, but mostly because like my brother, you'd be like, oh, fight this kid or whatever, and like, my little 8-9-year-old self was like, all right, cool, and I'd go fight these kids, right? And I was a little menace, honestly. It was bad, but I remember there was one kid that he was like 13 and I was like 10. I was like in 5th grade, and this kid was like a 7th or 8th grader, right? And we were playing basketball, and dude, he was just playing so dirty. He just kept on shoving, and he would trip me and shit. And I just like got like fed up with it, so I like chucked the ball at his face, right? And he's like, "All right, let's go fight at this like stairs." So there's this subdivision called Kingsview, and there's like staircases in between the subdivision to get like to the, cause it's like an elevated subdivision. It's like weird. So there's like
okay.
the first houses, and you kind of go up the hill a little bit, and there's the next row.
Oh, I
Up
see
the hill
what you're
more, and
saying.
there's the next row.
Yeah, yeah.
So in between all the houses, there's a staircase, so you could, access like the park or go all the way up to like the top row of the houses.
Yeah.
So we went in between, right in the middle of like the staircase, right, and there's like this cement area. My brother has his little flip phone out. I'm sure we still have a video somewhere, locked away in some like flip phone or some shit. But this kid starts beating my ass, like just straight. He starts just rocking my shit, and he gets me in like a headlock, right, in like a chokehold, and I just see his head right here, and I just like saw like red. I was so pissed because I was like, oh, I'm losing. So I just started fucking, I just started punching the shit out of his face, and he like let go, and he was like, ah, and then I like turned around, and he was like bleeding a bit. So like I pushed him up against the fence, and I remember elbowing him once. And then he like fell, and he's like, no more. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll stop. And then I like looked, and like his tooth was like broken,
Really?
and his nose was like bleeding. And after that, I don't think I've ever gotten in a fight after that. Like, I had like a little scuffle in like flag football like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But
yeah.
but like never, like that was like the last time, because I was like, oh, I actually felt like bad for that, because Like
Fucked
that
him
was a
up.
little excessive. Yeah, I felt like for me, if it comes to fights, like if there's a guy asking for it and he's just pushing and pushing, then okay. If it needs to be done, it needs to be done. But like half the time, it's just guys just looking for the attention and looking just for something to start. And if you just don't give them the attention, they'll just back off or whatever.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'm not really much of a fighter either. But I mean, if I have to, I have to. But other than that,
I think most people are gonna stand up for themselves.
yeah, of course, yeah. If these guys just keep on pressing or whatever, then I'm like, all right, like, what the fuck is up, dude? Like,
Especially my parents were like, if anybody touches you, you beat the shit out
Yeah,
of them. That's
yeah.
how they always were.
yeah. Luckily, yeah, my brother definitely had he instilled that in me a bit to where like I was like, okay, well, if people just keep on fucking with me, then like I'll have to, like, you got to stand up for yourself a bit. Like even for example, Rainin, I think we talked about this already, but yeah, he like went on this. He would talk about like, he's like, oh, like he's like, oh, you look. I'm not gonna go into like the jokes, but when you're in high school and there was jokes where you'd make, and it's like now if I said it, it'd be like cancel type shit. But he
The
would
good
make
old
jokes,
days.
and I was like, all right, bro, keep on saying the same shit, and like see what fucking happens. And then he said it again. I like stood up. We were in the library too, and then I like stood up, and then I was like, get the fuck up, and then. He's like, nah, man, I'm good. He's like, my bad, bro, my bad. And then he like said sorry or whatever. Never said any other jokes ever again. But I think
I had a really similar situation like that too, where we were at the lunch table and this kid Caleb, I don't even know what we were talking about. We were talking about like driving in the snow or some shit. It was the most random shit ever. And all of a sudden he gets super pissy and he's like, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face, Weslee. And I stand up over him. He was a little guy, so I kind of felt bad. And I'm like, do it then. And then he's just like, obviously I'm not gonna punch you, bro. And
yeah,
I'm like,
when they back down,
come
yeah,
on.
exactly.
Don't say it then,
Exactly.
dumbass.
Yeah, but I think honestly half of it is just it's almost like they don't expect you to just like say something or like stand up for yourself, and when you do, they're like, oh shit, like never mind, bro, like no, we're good. It's just
Bro.
like earning that like respect, It's like it's almost like showing like that alpha type shit. I don't know. It's like just showing them
Kinda,
like
yeah.
like all right, let's fucking do it then, and then they're like, all right, never mind.
For
Like
real.
if they're not down with it, then you'll know they're not
It's
down
all
with it because they
talk.
instantly back down. Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's gonna be times where people are just gonna, they're like, all right, let's fucking go
It's
then.
important
And
to
then-
stand up for
yeah,
yourself in
exactly.
those moments. Even if they do back down, like, who gives a fuck what they do? Or maybe they fucking are trying to throw hands.
And if it does, then hey, there you go.
Then that's where it goes.
Yeah.
But, like, you definitely just got to be, like, stand your ground. And
Yeah.
this is not, it's not like just if somebody wants to physically harm you that you need to stand up for yourself. I think it's important to stand up for yourself in those moments. But, like, also in, like, other things. Like, if people
Yeah,
are
like
just, like,
verbal type
being
shit.
assholes or you need to kind of like set boundaries, you got to be able
Yeah.
to stand up for yourself. That's so important, and that's a hard thing to learn.
It really, because then, like, for me, I struggled with this a lot, but it's like the past couple years I've been pretty like good with it, like standing up for myself type shit. Like normally I just take shit, like oh it's whatever. But like recently I've been like what the fuck are you talking about type shit. Or like if guys like even at work they're like people always have those little nicknames type shit. They'll, like especially the older guys, they'll be like they'll give you like little nicknames and shit. But like yeah, it's just standing up for yourself. Like you realize that like they'll stop doing that kind of shit. It's just you just kind of stand your ground type shit. But even if I got into like an actual fight, like even say I even get like my ass completely beat, I'd still be happy that I like stood up for myself and like stood my ground and like just didn't like take that shit.
I feel like it's
That
good
makes
to
any
get beat
sense.
up here and there.
Oh yeah, it's probably
Well,
humbling as fuck.
probably not here and there, but like at least once, which
Yeah.
I've never really been like super beaten up.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of stories because my dad just grew up in the trailer parks. And he's
Yeah.
told me lots of stories of him like talking shit to the wrong person, and next thing you know, on the way home, they fucking jump his ass or some shit.
It's so weird how like that shit works too, because I feel like all the like our dads or like our grandpas, uncles or whatever, they always have those like crazy stories.
It was different generation.
Yeah, but now like everybody here, like I feel like our generation is definitely a bit more civilized. Not that they weren't.
I think what it is that our home lives are just so much better.
healthier. Yeah, for sure.
Like he grew up in the trailer parks in Vegas, which is like not a nice place to grow up. Whereas
Yeah.
we grew up in the suburbs in fucking Nampa and Caldwell, Idaho.
Yeah, literally. Some people will say like, "Oh, bro, there's still gangs and stuff." Yeah, but it's nowhere close to like anywhere else. Like
That
the shit here is
is
so
so
soft
dumb.
compared to anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like there was this guy that came up to me like a couple weeks ago. He was like, "You bang?" This was at work, and I was like, "Bang," and I was like gang bang, and he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "No," I was like, "Nobody does here," and he's like, "What you talking about?" He's like, "I do," And I was like, who? I was like, where do you gangbang? I was like out here in Nampa, out here by the Idaho Center or some shit. I was like, where? And he's like, man, you don't know the life. I was like, there is no life here like that. I was like, bro, you're living in Idaho, like trust. I was like, go take that shit to like California and see how they like think that. Like they'll probably beat your ass if you do that.
You'll literally get killed.
Yeah. Like here, like bro, and he like walked away. He's like, man, you don't understand. And I can tell you, like, I kind of hurt his feelings, but like, I didn't even mean to. I was like, bro,
pretty silly thing.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing, bro? Like,
and it's like, most people who are in a life like that are not gonna go around flaunting it like that.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like,
yeah,
like, nah. And then I hate one thing that irks me a lot is people, like if I see like videos of people like fighting or whatever. If it's a 1v1 thing, that's fair respect. But if it's excessive, that's kind of fucked. But when there's like 3 or 4 dudes beating on one guy,
yeah, it's fucked up.
Those 4 guys are straight bitches, dude. Like that is the most like that's just such an L on your part. Like that just makes you look weak as a person and like as a human being. Like that's just disrespect. Like that's
It's true.
You don't look cool at all beating on some guy when there's 3 of you guys kicking him on the floor. Like nah, that's whack. I don't know why I got into that tangent, but yeah. Sorry.
What a strange place we ended up.
Yeah, fucking hell.
What a crazy episode this has been. It's been good. It's been great. You see how long it's been?
This is by far our longest episode.
I
Holy
know,
shit, dude. My bad.
Here, let me make sure the phone's still recording.
Jesus, yeah. This is our longest episode. Holy fuck. If you're still watching this, fucking kudos to you. I doubt there's many left. It probably stopped recording, huh? Alright, well, if you're still listening to this, good on you. I don't know when it stopped recording, but it stopped recording some way through, probably like an hour I'm thinking in or something like that, which is pretty much, we'll see when it stopped recording, but it's gone? Gone. No way. Bullshit. Fuck. Maybe it just corrupted or some shit. Oh, never mind. We're just kidding. You guys saw us in real life in the skin.
It stopped at, it literally just stopped. It stopped at 120.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I think that's, yeah, that's a good sign. Well, it stopped just at 120, so that's like literally probably like a minute. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for sticking around if you guys did.
Yep. I'm sorry that you can't see us for this outro, but I mean, nobody's listening at this point.
Yeah, for real. If you are,
if you
fucking
are,
shout out.
Dude, we say this at the end of every episode. If you make it to the end, comment or tell us or something because we want to know, and we want to know who's making it to the end of these episodes because you are why we record as long as we do,
Yeah, seriously. That's them OG guys, and the guys who just love hearing us spew whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
Literally.
Shit, so, yeah.
And if you are enjoying this kind of like free flow content, then come and be part of it.
Yes, sir.
Well, I think that was an awesome episode. A good way to return after our week-long hiatus.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, no, it was a good comeback.
We talked about a lot of things, and I think we also managed to talk about serious shit while making it funny.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is something I want to work on because I think
Yes.
that's the key to success, honestly.
For sure. Well, yeah, like, subscribe, notifications, all that good stuff.
Comment, follow the Instagram,
Yeah.
hit us up if you want to be part of this. We got a guy that sent us some like fan art. He like made a alternate logo for us and stuff like that. So if you're an artistic person and you've been enjoying the content and you want to do something like that, like literally
send it our way and we'll show that shit for sure.
Oh, we'll shout you out. You already know.
But yeah, next week we'll have Isaac on. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Nice.
It'll be good.
So stay tuned. Few Dudes Fridays.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we don't miss any more, but you never know. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys.
Love y'all.
Tell somebody else you love them.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you next week.